Hello friends, Iceberg with Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson, and today I'm going to introduce you to the brand new 2019 Harley Davidson CVO Road Glide. Okay, to my right hand side we have the all new charcoal steel silver lightning black hole CVO Road Glide. This is a new paint scheme. I'm a huge fan of it, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And to my left, you have the all-new paint scheme, Mako Shark Blue Fade. This is also an amazing paint scheme, which we will talk about a little bit more. Let's talk engine on the brand new 2019 CVO. These now come standard with the Milwaukee 8 twin-cooled 117 engine in it. These engines are massive. They put out so much power. The torque is incredible, but it's also just really nice and smooth when you're rolling on the throttle. When you're shifting through all 6 gears, you have plenty of low-end power no matter what gear you're in. I am an enormous fan of the 117s. Moving up front on the new CVOs, you have the famous shark nose fairing. I love these fairings. I love that they are fixed into place, and the way that the air is pushed through these fairings, to me, these are the absolute best fairings Harley has ever put out on any of their motorcycles. Really moves the air around you. You have multiple vents that you're able to manipulate to get the airflow exactly how you want it. Let's move down where you have the 49mm front forks with the Showa suspension on it. The suspension on these motorcycles is absolutely incredible. You're getting over 3.5 inches of travel up front. These are just really built to take on any style of road out there. Heading down, you also have the beautiful 21-inch cast aluminum wheel, also with the dual disc front brake system on there. ABS is standard on the CVOs. Stopping power on these bikes is fantastic. Moving up into the inside of the fairing where you have the all-new Boom Box Infotainment Center GTS. This thing is stellar. All touchscreen, has the Gorilla Glass, just really cleaned up the looks by taking out those side buttons on there. Everything is glove friendly, and it is also water resistant, so if you get caught out in the rain, you're still going to be able to go through your system without any issues whatsoever. Let's talk gas tanks on these motorcycles. This has a 6-gallon gas tank on here, which they are claiming will do 41 miles to the gallon. So you are going to have plenty of riding time on these new CVOs. Not going to have to worry about hitting the pumps, because that's what these bikes are for. These touring CVOs are meant to just go. Don't worry about filling up with gas. Just hit the road and enjoy it. Now we're going to move down from the gas tank to the all-new addition to these CVOs this year. This is the new Fang spoiler. This runs the full length, coming down from the top of the fairing, running all the way down, covering your cooling system. I personally really like this add-on. I think it gives it such a nice, sleek, and aggressive look, and really follows the lines on these new CVOs. As I said, I personally am a big fan of what Harley's done with these new Fang spoilers. All right, let's move to the back of the motorcycles where you have the Showa spring preloaded suspension in the back. This also has amazing travel, and what's nice is on here, this is just a hand crank adjustment on your preload, so you can set it how you like to ride. I personally like to crank it up a little bit. I like a little bit stiffer ride. That's just my style, but these are very simple to adjust. Very nice work by Harley on these suspensions. All right, and to the back of the motorcycle where you have the beautiful painted bags on here, you also have that Boom audio system. The speakers are back there, so your passenger is going to be able to enjoy all the tunes. Speaking of the system, this is the Stage 2 Boom audio, so the power and music that comes out of these is fantastic. Hey, now that we've talked specifications on these motorcycles, let's get into the style. And first and foremost, let's talk about these new paint schemes. I'm going to start to my left here, and this is going to be, as I said, the blue Mako Fade. This is just a jaw-dropping paint scheme on here. It really just changes in different lights. It kind of stinks. I got a little bit of overcast right now, so we're not getting the direct sunlight on it as much as I would like to. But when the sun hits this thing, it really does change all different phases of blue and almost goes so deep into blue that it almost looks black. But when the sun's hitting it just right, you really get all this really nice blue flake with a little bit of silver hint coming through it. Just a fantastic paint job on here. I really like that on this bike in particular too, that it's very simple. I like the simplicity of the color, not a lot of tribal markings and lightning bolts and all that stuff. And if that's what you're into, that's cool. I personally am a very big fan of just kind of keeping it simple, keeping it clean, but still a jaw-dropping paint job. Moving to the tank on this blue bike here, you have the nice just Harley emblem badge on there. Once again, keeping it simple, very clean, and I really like the way that that looks. Moving back down to this 117 motor on the Mako paint job here. This engine is all blacked out. I love how that complements going with the blues and the blacks in the bike. And then Harley on all the CVOs has added that nice red trim across the rocker boxes, which really just sets off the ultimate look there. Huge fan of all the blacked out. Your engine guard is blacked out. Your foot pegs are blacked out on this bike. Your handlebars are blacked out. Grips, levers, everything is blacked out on this motorcycle just to complete that total look. I absolutely love it. Huge fan of it. Moving back to the seat on the Mako Fade here, you have the nice pleats with that red stitching that also just accents the red on the rocker box. I really am liking what Harley's doing with that. It's those little itty bitty touches that I feel just really set off these new paint schemes and just tie the entire bike together. Moving over to my right where you have the charcoal steel silver lightning model. This paint scheme is absolutely fantastic. The flake that comes through the silver on here, just running all throughout the motorcycle. Then you have that really nice charcoal accent with the black lines running through it, and just that nice touch of red stripe running through there, which also on this engine, moving down to this engine, as you can see, the difference between the Mako and the silver one here is that the engine on this bike is all chrome. So they really did that nice balance to go with the flows of the paint schemes and the motorcycle here. And once again, you still have that nice red accent running through the rocker boxes. Just a beautiful touch. Also up on this bike, you have the chrome handlebars with the chrome grips, chrome levers, chrome mirrors. Just really, once again, sticking with the whole flow of the paint scheme on here. And I absolutely love the painted in Harley #1 with the stars and stripes. Just what a fantastic paint scheme on this motorcycle. This is personally probably my favorite out of all the CVOs to date. I absolutely love it. Moving back to the seat on here, this seat is also a different style. You have now just the nice stitching in there with no pleats whatsoever, just the red stitching, once again playing off the red on the rocker boxes, just tying the entire motorcycle together. I have to give it up to Harley on these CVO models. These two right now, as I said, these are my favorite so far of any of the CVOs to date. I think that Harley just absolutely knocked it out of the park with these. These are bikes that you need to see up close and personal. So please, stop out at Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson today. Come check these bikes out. Throw a leg over it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos. And always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.